I'd like to officially welcome you all to our newest segment, Conversations. In this segment, we will be joined by special guests per episode where we will have up-close, intimate, and memorable conversations. These conversations aim to spread stories about their journey and, of course, stories about hope. Join me and let's have a conversation. A modern woman with beauty, brains, and definitely a heart. She is an upcoming beauty queen, model, and actor. I'm very happy to welcome our Miss Richmond World, Christine Banzon.
Hello everyone.
Hi Christine. Hi, how are you doing today?
Thank you for having me. I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing perfect, and thank you so much. It's our pleasure to have you on our show today. And I've actually been very much looking forward to this because I want to know more about you, your journey, and especially more so your advocacy.
Yeah, it's always to be invited to be able to talk about my journey for Miss World Canada, and of course, to have a platform for to share about what I'm doing to raise awareness for people with communication difficulties.
I'm curious, Christine. Let's talk about your roots to where you are right now. Where were you born and raised?
So I was born in Manila, and then my parents moved to the States when I was really young. So I was, I think, 3 years old, and my brother was also very young. I think he was 1 or 2 when they left for the States. So we were left in the Philippines actually for 8 years. So I grew up without my parents, but yeah, they had to work there, right, to provide for us so we can go to a good private school. So yeah, it's been tough not growing up with my parents, of course. So we were so happy when we were able to reunite here in Canada.
Oh, yeah. What age were you when you got to Canada?
So I was 12 then.
Okay, all right. That's nice and interesting. My question about that, Christine, is how was life for you as a newcomer to Canada, and what was it like living in a different country at that time?
Yeah, it was really difficult, adjusting to not only the country but my parents, because I haven't seen them in so long. And then everything's different, the culture, the language. Obviously I already knew English in the Philippines, but we don't use it there, right? So now everyone I talk to is English, and then it's so different because you meet so many different people with different backgrounds now and different religions and everything. So it was a lot of adapting and learning, but it was a really good experience, being able to learn about so many different people, and being able to live here in Canada is such a wonderful experience, and it's like home now, right?
Yeah. Yes, and I see that you're still well in touch with your Filipino roots. Do you still go back home for a vacation? Do you still get in touch with your family, relatives in the Philippines?
Yeah, I'm still quite close to my relatives in the Philippines. They're actually so supportive about me joining the pageant. Like, you'll see them always
A
comment.
lot of support, right?
Yeah, they're so sweet. Like, always sharing my posts. I always feel the love, even though I haven't seen them in so long. I've only been back once.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I assume that's like a summer vacation or Christmas vacation.
Yeah, summer vacation in 2017. So only once. And I've been waiting to go back.
Oh wow, I know you have plans of going back. I'm very excited to talk about that. To the most awaited part, Christine, let's talk about your pageantry. How did it start? Was it always a childhood dream of yours, or was it a different career that you didn't really see yourself joining?
Yeah, I never expected myself to join pageants.
Oh wow, okay.
I mean, obviously, it's really big in the Philippines, and I was a fan. I admired these women who were joining in, and just love watching them. But I never saw myself doing it. Yeah, I went to school. I was going to be a speech therapist, and obviously I have other passions, but not pageantry. And so one of my passions is fashion, right? And Instagram and like photo shoots and like doing videos, talking. So I met up with a friend who does pageants because I just wanted to learn how to be graceful when I'm walking, right? Yeah, and then we were just like talking, and then somehow she convinced me to join one. So that night we talked. I was like, okay, I guess I'll just apply to Miss World Canada. Yeah.
She definitely saw the potential. I mean, if you would ask me, I really wouldn't figure it out that it's your first time joining a pageant because I feel like you're such a pro in the things that you're doing right now.
Oh, that's so nice. Oh, that means a lot.
Yes.
Yeah, everything is like a first to me. Learning how to walk, interviews,
Yes.
events, and all these things.
You have a lot of things lined up. And you know what? You're correct. Pageantry is such a big thing, especially in Filipino households. Like they all come together in pageantry. Like it's like Christmas. It's like a very huge occasion for us. It always looks like glitz and glamour. Like people joining beauty pageants, they all look so well put together. But what I want to know is I'd like to know the other side of it. Like people would think that pageantry is always fun, but what can you say to people out there that may not know the other side of it, like the challenges of pageantry that you've been through?
Yeah, I agree with everything you said. Actually, when I first joined Miss World BC, the provincial level, so my dad didn't really understand. Oh, my mom too. Like nobody really understand why I was doing it. But yeah, over time, like they saw how dedicated I was and how committed I was at practicing and organizing these different things and just learning. That later on, my dad was telling me like, wow, like it's not easy being a beauty queen. It's not easy to present yourself like that. And I was like, yeah, like it takes a lot of discipline. With their eating and with their time management and commitment, right? To see this through, to constantly improve yourself. Like it's so hard to push ourselves, right? Being in front of the public, and there's just so much growth. And a woman like grows so much during pageants. So yeah, I think people need to see this other side. It's not just wearing dresses.
I definitely agree with you. I mean, I joined pageantry as well, people, and you wouldn't really imagine how hard it is to do the runway walk. I initially thought like walking would just be like a breeze. Everybody walks anyway, right? But when I tried it out, you have to really position yourself. It's very different.
There's specific angles.
Correct. Yes. And even walking in heels, like 5 to 6 inches of heels is not. And you go through heels like for the rest of the day when you have competitions. You dance using heels, right? And meeting a lot of people definitely is hard. It's like it's also like a job that you have to make sure that you're committed to, right? And I know you also have your own advocacy. I've been seeing a lot of it. It's actually all over the place right now, and yes, a lot of people are supporting it. And so let's talk about that. You do have an advocacy, and I know it's called Beautiful Voices.
Beautiful Voices. So actually I work as a speech language pathologist or a speech therapist, and what I do is I work with individuals with communication difficulties. So let's say like kids with autism or kids with language delays. For example, maybe a 3-year-old still doesn't have single words, right? Or maybe a 5-year-old can only put 2 words together when they should be making long sentences. So we help children like that, or maybe adults who had stroke and now can't express themselves, have difficulty with comprehension, or people that stutter, or voice disorders, or swallowing. There's a lot, but the most important part is helping them express themselves again and be able to connect with other people. So I've seen their difficulties on a personal level, right? Since I see these kids regularly, and I hear the parents and their worries for their kids, and it hurts my heart when I hear that there's not enough funding, there's not enough money for therapy, right? And the stories about the kids being excluded in the classroom. There are stories about how kids with autism are placed in a different table than the other kids, and so I just wanted to raise awareness so we can build an environment that welcomes people that communicate differently, that we hear them too, because they have their own voices, they have their own
having goosebumps
Oh.
when you were talking about it. And that's one thing that I can say is that's definitely beauty with a purpose, right? And how did you get into this? Like, did you have a personal experience with this, or are you just passionate about children?
Yeah, so I've always loved kids ever since I was young. And I've been wanting to do this advocacy even before this pageant. So this pageant actually kind of really pushed me to get it started. It was the push that I needed to actually, contact my friend for the logo and start making like comics, start like making Facebook, Instagram posts. So that's another thing I'm thankful for the pageant, because it's actually pushed me to start my advocacy.
Wow, that's nice. Thank you so much for sharing that. And I hope a lot of people support that too, because that definitely really is one of the best advocacy so far that I've heard. Because this is something new, right? This is something that probably most of us have never heard about.
Yeah.
And thank you for voicing that out so that a lot of people are able to know more about it. Because as they say, right, children are our future. So I'm glad that somebody's taking this step to make sure that they're cared for. So thank you. I know that you're kind of pursuing other avenues aside from pageantry. Where do we get to see you? What can we expect from you, let's say in the next few months or in the next few years after the pageant?
So I've been taking a lot of acting classes. So I'm actually taking one right now, and it started last year. It's by Star Magic and AMP. So the teacher's there, Ryan Carlos from the Philippines, and he's so good at teaching, and like it just inspired me to pursue acting. Like I've always been interested in it, but I didn't know that I would love it this much until I started taking classes with him. So now I wanna, just like get better at this craft, and eventually, maybe be an actress in the future. Yeah, so that would be
Ooh, I have a question though. Who's your celebrity crush back home?
back home. Can we say a few? I have a few.
Sure, yeah, go ahead.
Okay. I like Jared Corozales.
Oh, yay! Who doesn't love him, right? I know.
Paolo Avellino.
Oh, I love the same tasting guys.
And lastly, but not the least.
Okay,
Go
the
Shuggers.
Yay!
Yeah.
You got good taste here. Yeah, very, very nice gentlemen.
Yeah.
You know, the looks, and they really are, they really have a great fan base, they really have great attitude as well. Really been there in the industry for quite a while, so it shows a lot about them too. Yeah.
And I respect them as actors, like they're all so good at their craft. Hope to meet them one day.
Another question that I have, if you get to become an actress back in the Philippines, what's your ideal role?
Yeah, that's our question. So I was thinking of acting in a drama that kind of touches on political issues.
Oh wow.
Yeah, just like messages about how we can build a country that will improve. We have a lot of issues with corruption and all these things. And yeah, I'd love to be in a series or a movie that kind of gives the message that there's still hope for our country. We just need to work together and have leaders that really will care for the people, and have people that will care not just for their own good, but the good of the whole nation. Yeah,
Wow.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I mean, I would love to see that movie or series. Directors and producers.
Let's produce it.
Directors, producers, writers.
Yeah.
This is actually something to look forward to. I hope, because it's I think what we need right now.
Yeah.
Really, a lot of these movies or series that are really eye openers for everybody.
Yeah.
Well, there's definitely a lot ahead of you, and we definitely see the potential. We wish you all the best, Christine. So I'd like you to probably talk to our viewers, take this time to invite them to your pageant, and I know you have a lot of events lined up as well for the next few months. So have them join us. And we have a long list of sponsors. So I know you want to take your time as well to appreciate them and acknowledge them for all the things that they've helped you with, and of course the people that have supported you with your journey. Who are they?
First, I'd like to thank my mom because she's become my momager. Yeah, she helps me with talking to people, helps me organize my events, and just supports me when I'm in these events, taking care of me, making sure I have food or water or things like that. So I've been really thankful for all the effort she's giving, and then of course my sister, my brother, and my dad, who were just so encouraging. My grandma, who's all the way in the States, that never fails to send me her love. She would text me and say things like, I believe in you, I hope you're resting, I hope you don't get burnt out, we're so proud of you. And it's just so sweet. And of course my family in the Philippines supported me in every way. And yeah, my friends here in Canada would come to my events and hold up banners and cheer me on. And yeah, my titos and titas from church who spend their time helping me organize these events and just show their support and love. Yeah, I'm so thankful for all of you guys. Of course, the viewers as well, everybody watching me, everybody commenting and supporting my posts. Thank you guys. And yeah, I'd like to thank my sponsors. Thank you po to Tita Maylani for your support, for Morena Spa and Wellness, Mission Scarves, Advantage SLP, Cole Prince and JCJ Studios, Soulmate Productions, Map Entertainment, Silent Eye Productions, Just Like Family Home Care, Zenobia Construction, Kuya Joe, my trainer, Lauren, my pageant coach, Jerry the Beat Designs, and my home. Oh, and what's on Richmond, because they're gonna feature me in their magazine.
Wow! Yeah. You have a long list of sponsors. And of course, aside from your sponsors, we're all definitely gonna be here to support you. We hope to watch you in Toronto, but if not, definitely we will be supporting you in spirit. We'll be rooting for you on social media pages, and hopefully get live stream so that we can watch it at the same time as you are on stage. And we can't wait to see you on stage, Christine. Well, thank you everybody, and don't forget to please follow her on her social media pages, and let's support her. She definitely is a very beautiful lady with a beautiful purpose. Let's try to support her in advocacy. And thank you, Christine, again for joining us. We hope to see you again soon. Thanks for watching us, and I'll see you again for more conversations.